Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Jonthan Snyder, and it's been a while since I uploaded the first video that I did. And many things have changed since then, but the direction has always remained constant. I posted this thing somewhere in the comments of the group chat, and Chris responded with this, and so here is my response to it. Hopefully I can keep it together. I'm kind of throwing this video together really fast. Usually I spend a couple days putting together a video, but this seemed like it needed to be done, so I'm hurrying up and doing it. So if you want to hear my response to all that, don't go away. Alright, where do I start? Hopefully she'll help me with this. After finding Chris and following down this path, I looked for other people that did content like this, and I couldn't find anything that seemed to give me the right answer. So besides Chris, the only other person that I listen to is Abinoya, and not saying that she doesn't speak through other people, which she totally does, and I get it when she does. I understand the path of the Stoic monk who lives in solitude, but that's not my path. I lived that life for 6 years, and I was let out of it. When you watch the intro of my video, it says that I know things, and that isn't entirely true. I only know one thing only, and that is that there is no certainty. And if I know anything, it's that I know nothing, and I can only be guided by feeling. And that's how you tap into her and truly begin to know things. So the big thing that has changed since December, since I posted the last video, is that my lumen is truly and totally, utterly, completely reflected in my wife. She is the princess that I saved from the dungeon hellscape of drugs and depression. And I am a humble guy. I'm not a braggart. I'm an introvert. I'm not trying to impress anyone. Obviously, I'm not telling you to go follow my videos. Like, do not watch my videos. They're not for this. And I've since stopped making my videos because there's no point in doing that stuff anymore. It's irrelevant. So there are plenty of people out there that have special abilities, psychics, warlocks and magical powers. Not that I haven't kind of tapped into that a little bit. You look at Chris, he's making this stuff. I don't do any of that. Okay, I have none of that stuff. But I know the truth when I hear it, and I have a very good bullshit detector. My wife, she's a blonde woman named Jessica with a strength tattoo, and too many other synchronicities and confirmations that it's all there. Lumen has also admitted, my Lumen has admitted as much to me in that 5D mind space that you go. So that's where I am. As I'm going to sleep at night, every night, we're doing our protocols. I ask Abinoya questions. Sometimes they're specific, sometimes they're more general, like what's next. And so last night, Saturday night, I'm trying to remember the days here, as I was slipping, into that, as I was going to bed, I slipped into that mind space. And this doesn't happen very often. It's only happened a couple times. But in this instance, I was whisked away to a different place. It's the first time that I've ever been to a different place. It was very empty. Like it just felt like kind of a void. And I was under a spotlight. Not, a literal spotlight, but I felt like I was under a spotlight. It was dark. I felt there was a dark presence there, and I'm going to use the word adversary or Satan or Archon or something. I don't know. These words are so interchangeable, and I only use those certain words because that's the framework that I grew up in, that I'm used to. But I know that it really was just epinoia playing a role. Like I said, it was, yeah. So that's who was there. And I was told to stop doing all the things that I'm doing, and that I should be gathering an army, like an army made up of the people close to me, like my friends, my family. I know my brother, for one, and I'm not sure entirely what the purpose for this army was supposed to be, because I didn't let this whole thing get that far. The second that the notion was even started, that was given to me, it was like it felt like just the idea, it felt completely wrong, and it felt like it was something bad and sinister, and I immediately was just, no, I'm not doing that. That's not that's dumb. Why would I do anything like that? I've got everything I need already. I'm not going to be involved in whatever silly nonsense this is. Whatever this is, it's not. And the second that I give my answer, how like ridiculous the whole thing is, the whole entire reality that I was viewing just dissolved into nothing, and I immediately appear back into whatever this reality is. And it was at that point that my watch was like just buzzing and going off, and I grabbed my phone and opened it up to see what the notification was, and it was a message that this whole shooting incident happened. I don't know if they're related. I mean, of course, everything's related or something, but I don't know what the point, of all that is. And that's my entire experience from last night. Like everyone else, I feel, that we're getting to some sort of end that's coming. I feel the changes, as we come to these nexus points, like the 15th that, has been explained. For those that wish it to end sooner rather than later, I don't know. I feel like it's coming soon, but it's not quite on that timeline of like really soon. But that's my feeling, my understanding. But as previously stated, I know nothing. I could be completely incorrect. I reserve the right to be wrong because I don't know anything. I've been proven to be wrong so many times on what I thought was true that there's no point in trying anymore. I can't differentiate between the story of the world or some person's individual story. I can't do that anymore. I'm just sharing my life experience and going with the flow as whatever comes. I wish everyone that's out there finds their way for whatever their path is. It's a wild roller coaster that we're all on, or however many other cliches that you can squeeze into this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep things short, wrap it up. I just wanted to get that explanation out there and tell that quick little story. If you have any questions, you can leave them. I'll get to them. and I probably don't have to make another video or anything. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to my story. Good night, Godspeed, and goodbye.